Welcome to the best damn show in the land. I'm your host, Josh Becker, live from Columbus on a Wednesday night this week. It's a little bit busy down on High Street last night, so we moved it to Wednesday. Wanted to get a show in. Excited to talk of all things Buckeyes with you guys. Thanks for joining us. As always, thank you to our sponsors, Buckeye Wine and Spirits, Plaza Mexican Grill, Playa Bowls, and Mikey's Late Night Slice. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's going to be a great show. We got producer Joe going to join us for a bit. He's had some great stuff on Twitter this week. And we got the legend, Benny Spangs, joining us as always. We're going to recap the NFL draft, the record-tying draft for the Buckeyes. One short. I was so certain that the Buckeyes were going to get at least 15 drafted, but it was still a really awesome draft. And we're going to talk about that with Benny and recap all that action. Shouldn't be that long of a show, but still some great stuff to talk about here. We're going to do a top three. Top three tonight is fast food restaurants. So put those in the chat. Your favorite fast food restaurants, your top three favorite fast food joints. I got some good ones on my list. Always a fan of the fast food. Mystery Buckeye tonight. We'll get right into the clues here. Mystery Buckeye tonight. Drafted 5th overall. Played for Green Bay, the Bengals, and the Falcons. Won an NCAA championship and a Super Bowl. And he's also the co-host of a show on ESPN. It's not too hard of one tonight. You guys should be able to get that one pretty easy. Drafted 5th overall, played for Green Bay, Bengals, and the Falcons. Won an NCAA championship and a Super Bowl. And he's the co-host of a show on ESPN and YouTube. So that's Mystery Buckeye. I'll give you the answer at the end of the show. We'll get into my part here on the show. I had a great time. Yeah, the reason why we moved the show from Tuesday to Wednesday, because last night me and Maine were down on High Street covering the senior crawl, the class of 25. It's always a great time for the seniors, doing a bar crawl all over campus. Shout out to all the great bars on campus. Ruby's on Summit, Mikey's Late Night Slice, Threes, Fives, Uno, Midway. All the great bars down there on campus. Lido's, Old Fields. So many great places. Places that have been around a long time. Some of them have changed names a lot, but looked like the seniors had a great time last night. I mean, High Street was popping. It was fun. It was not hard to get people to talk about their experience at Ohio State. So basically all I was asking them was, what your best memory at Ohio State was, your favorite thing about being an Ohio State student. And most of the answers were pretty similar. The just friends, the camaraderie, the diversity of the campus, football. A lot of people's favorite thing was the championship season that the football team just had. How could you not love that? So yeah, a lot of similar answers. Friends, going out, partying, and just a great time in your life there, being a student at Ohio State. I remember my time very fondly. It was a great time. So that was awesome covering that. Had some pretty awesome answers too to like coolest thing that ever happened to you on campus. I won't kiss and tell here. I won't name names, but one gal down there, all her friends were like, "You know what the coolest thing for you was?" And I guess she's like, "Yeah, you made out with so and so, a player on the teams." I won't say, but she said that I don't know, at a party she was kissing one of the football players once. I thought that was pretty cool. She said that was one of the coolest things that happened to her. It was a fun night on High Street. Got to hear some legendary stories, talk to some awesome people, talk to some people had their folks down there. I thought that was really cool. Some students brought their mom and dad down for the crawl, and they're making the crawl too. So I was talking to some dads that used to go to Ohio State and talking to them about some bars, Papa Joe's. That was a bar that seemed to be real popular back in the day that some of these Ohio State dads really enjoyed. And got some great interviews. I'll be posting that content on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all our stuff. So, yep, shout out to all the seniors and all the students and everyone I talked to yesterday. Had a great time. Did get rained out a little bit early. Big storm blew in. Had to duck and run for cover in Canes there at 11th and High. Shout out to Canes. Did some interviews in there. So it was pretty cool. Just a great night. But it's Wednesday now, and we decided to still do a show. So we're here for you, Buckeye fans. Let's see. I was going to talk a little bit about Day's press conference. He touched on some things. I mean, there was some new news, not a whole lot. Talked about the quarterback battle a little more. He did admit that Sayan played a little better in the spring game, which I thought was interesting. He said that going into that spring game that Lincoln was maybe, a little in the lead, but he did say that Sayan maybe played a little bit better, but that it's just a dead heat now, which we all know that's pretty much his stance on that. He's excited about Bo Atkinson coming in, having a great D line rotation there with Kenyatta and Caden Curry and the other defensive linemen. He talked about defensive tackle a little bit, about wanting to maybe get a guy out of the portal, but he wants to make sure it's the right guy, the right fit. And he talked about that, about guys being the right fit for this university. We didn't lose any players to the transfer portal, which was amazing. No one left. The portal, you cannot leave into the portal now. It's closed. You guys might have heard Day's quote on that. He said that first beer that night went down pretty easy. That was pretty cool. But yeah, he just wants to make sure that we bring in the right guys, which is super important, for our culture and everything we're doing here. He's excited about CJ Hicks. Says that he's been looking good, putting in that extra work, really going hard in practice. He's gone from being off the ball to now closer to the line or on the line and being more engaged in blocks, having to fight off, tight ends and linemen and that kind of thing. But he said that CJ's really transitioning well and that he's looking great. He really praised the new coaches that we have, Matt Patricia and Tyler Bowen, said that they're a great fit for the program. All the players seem to really love them. The recruits, obviously, I think that speaks for itself, especially Bowen. Guy's been on a tear with those offensive line recruits. So yeah, Day just heaping a lot of praise on our two new coaches, saying that they're perfect fits for the program and everything's going really well. Um, he talked a lot about the offensive line. We've got a great line and a lot of experience there. You got Hinsman, Tishabola, Saraveld. He said is definitely going to be starting. Luke Montgomery, Ethan Oniawa. The transfer from Rice. He has dropped a little bit of weight and he's looking faster and strong. He's going to be great. And the other transfer, Philip Daniels from Minnesota, said he looks great. And Josh Padilla, looking good, a young guy. And of course, Carson Hinsman, our center from last year, solid as they come. So the O line, we're in great shape there. He said our weapons this year for the quarterbacks are looking a little different. It's almost like we've got more talent at tight end than we ever have had. I mean, Max Clare, Max LeBlanc, the Maxes, all these guys, we've got a ton. Jelani Thurman, still, I think he could still shine. I think that guy could start anywhere. You could say that about a lot of our players. But our tight end room is stacked, and I think that Day is going to try to work some more of that in. Hartline will be calling the plays. The new OC. Maybe Hartline's got big plans for the tight ends this year. So yeah, looking great. Thought Day's press conference went well. It was some good stuff. We'll get into it here. Get producer Joe in here. If you guys don't mind, you might have heard a lot about this already, but we were going to talk a little. It's been the hot topic here about 100 men versus one gorilla. Joey had a great tweet about it. He compared the gorilla to Ohio State taking on all comers. They're in the playoff last year. Thought that was really good, producer Joe. I just shot him the invite. Here he comes. He should be joining us shortly. Joey's been tearing it up on Twitter, man. He had a great tweet about what table would you sit at. If you don't follow the Buckeyes, it was a tweet about what table would you sit at, and he had all these different tables filled with Buckeye legends. There he is. Producer Joe joining the program. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Me and Urban say hi.
Urban. Didn't realize how wrinkly my shirt is till now.
Jeez, get an iron on that bad boy.
Oh, looking good. But yeah, what's going on?
Not much, man. Just hanging out. Posted some content from the senior crawl last night. It was a blast.
That's awesome. Yeah, I saw some of those videos. It's cool.
Yeah, put some stories up. It was so fun, man. Everybody's pretty willing to talk about. I mean, everybody loves Ohio State. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they love going there and just love talking about all the experiences they've had and how great our university is. So it was pretty fun. Pretty easy to get people to talk.
that's awesome.
Yeah, what'd you do tonight, man? You told me you bumped into somebody.
I went to a track meet at well, my dad's a track coach at Big Walnut.
Yeah.
But yeah, Westerville North was there, and I saw Beanie Wells walk by.
OSU legend,
The
the
Beanie.
Beanball.
Yeah, he's pretty easy to pick out. I was like, I think that's Beanie Well.
So what was he doing there? Does he have a son or a daughter on the
No, no,
team?
he is a football coach for Westerville North. Did you know that? Or
No, I didn't know that.
okay,
He's helping out Stan Jackson. Oh, hold on. That does ring a bell now. Yeah,
yeah. So you're right. He is. He's like an assistant coach or helping out a little bit. So
that's right.
maybe he helps the track team too, or maybe some of his players are on the team. Who knows? But yeah, I didn't talk to Beanie though. I left him alone.
You didn't holler at him?
But nah, I should have said hi. He wouldn't have cared. I'd be like, I'm with the Buckeye show.
Could have take a pic with him. Beanie's
Got him
awesome,
on.
man.
Beanie is awesome. He wouldn't have. Yeah, it seemed like he almost like wanted people to recognize him. Not really, but he was like, I'm Beanie. Beanie's here.
I
Nah,
miss
but
having him on the fan, man. He was great. I loved listening to him on the fan.
yeah, I didn't listen to him too much, but nah, Beanie's the man. I love Beanie.
What a legend.
Monster. But yeah, but it was pretty cool seeing him. Should have talked to him a little bit, but I always feel like he probably doesn't
Maybe next time.
want to get bugged. But yeah,
What
good
do you think
stuff
of
though.
what do you think about the 100 men versus the gorilla? First off, I mean, do you really think I honestly I'll say my piece first on it. I don't know if even if you got the gorilla on the ground, or is a man's fist strong enough to even
I
break a
think.
gorilla's skull?
I mean, is that the? Are we saying like kill a gorilla or what's
Yeah,
like? Okay.
that's how I put it in my mind. Kill him,
See, I think the 100 men
knock him out.
win. I honestly
Yeah,
do because I think the first 50 guys are toast. Like they're just ragdolled. But you use them, they got to tire the gorilla out. Just
yeah.
hope the first 50 guys, you know, they get murdered, obviously, but hopefully they the gorilla gets tired from beating them to death. And then the second 50 guys come in and back clean up and maybe have a chance at the gorilla. But it's 100 guys. That's a lot,
Right. If
and
you all
especially
dogpile him at once,
yeah, and you have to really know how to. Yeah, if you get to pick the guys like MMA guys, like there's a
there you
but
go.
it's still a gorilla though.
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be a fight. I don't know though, but yeah, I tried to make that funny meme out of it with
Yeah, that was great.
Buckeyes or the gorilla.
Twitter's been hot, man. Been crushing
Yeah,
it.
it's been fun. So yep, but yeah, the draft was cool. I know you talked about that a little bit. So
Yeah,
awesome
draft was
seeing where
awesome.
everyone went.
Yeah,
Pretty
set tied the
excited.
Ohio State record for picks. It was great. It was a lot very entertaining for Buckeye fans this year,
Oh
just
yeah,
seeing all our guys go.
so many highlights, and it's a big helps recruiting when they see that many Buckeyes go. It's like
That's right, buddy.
NFL factory, go
We
Bucks
sure are. Go Bucks, man.
for sure. Who am I most excited to see? I don't know. None of them went. I mean, Q going to the Browns. That's sick. I
That's
guess.
what I'm most excited to see, just because I'm a Browns fan. You
Yeah,
know,
for sure.
see how
So,
Q does. I'm excited to see Will and Jack, though, even though I'm
oh
not a
yeah.
Steelers fan.
Hopefully, he gets some playing time. If they give Jack a chance and
Yeah,
Will a chance. Obviously, I think Jack will get on the field.
yeah. The
So,
Steelers might be bringing in A-Rod, might be bringing Rodgers in still. He hasn't landed anywhere yet, so I mean,
uh,
you think that'd be good for Will or not? I don't know if Rodgers is that interested
no,
in. He's not that interested in helping a young guy. I
it
don't know.
doesn't. I wish he was, but it doesn't. Jesus, it doesn't seem like it.
Benji,
Yeah, he's always here. Dog on the lap, but
what's up, Ben?
yep. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting. I didn't hear about that old Rogers, but
Yeah, I want to see where he goes. I mean, because if
we'll
they
start
don't
with
sign Rodgers, they have Mason Rudolph, and
yeah,
that's it. I don't even know who else they have. We got Browns have Pickett now.
yeah, pretty wild. Browns got a lot of quarterbacks.
Too many.
Probably
They're
three too
nuts,
many.
man. They
That'll
are
be fun to see what
crazy.
happens. So yeah, well, I didn't have too much else. We can go to my top five.
Yeah, let's get
My
into your
top
top three.
three.
It's a new
Three.
day. Yeah, we cut it down a little bit.
We're doing fast food.
Yeah, top 3 fast food places. What do you got, Joe?
We'll keep it classy. I'm going Popeyes, number 1.
Popeyes. Love it. Starting at 1,
Love that
starting at the
chicken at
top.
Popeyes. What's that?
Woo, starting at the top.
Yeah, I
Pops.
guess let's start at the top. I'm doing all 3 chicken places. No,
I love it.
but I'm going Cane's, number 2.
Okay.
Cane's. Then I'm just gonna go with Dave Thomas. Some Wendy's action. He-
Love it. Joe, my list is very similar.
I love it. I could have done all 3 chicken places, like throw KFC in there too, but there's so many chicken spots now. There's that
Oh,
new, well, it's not even
yeah.
new, Bojangles. Have you heard of this?
Bojangles.
Have you
Yeah, and
seen
Dave's
this?
Hot Chicken. Dave's
Yeah,
Hot
well,
Chicken.
yeah, I guess that counts as fast food. Then
Haven't been there
Ben was
yet.
talking about that Huey Magoo's.
Yeah.
It's another chicken place. Crazy.
They're going crazy. Hot Chicken Takeover is one of my
Uh,
favorites. It's not
it
fast
is,
food. Well,
yeah,
it's kind of fast. It's not fast
that's
food,
the
but
song that rides the line. It's like Chipotle. Does Chipotle
yeah.
count as fast food? Because that would make my list. But I was sticking with your traditional
Yeah.
trashy
Drive
fast food.
through.
No.
Right.
But
Right.
good stuff though. But yeah, go Bucks. We'll see what
Go Bucks,
happens.
brother.
The
Thanks for
season's
hopping on here.
season's creeping up on us. No,
It is. All we got summer, man.
every
Few
day
months
we get
here and
closer.
it's almost there. We're that much closer to that Texas game.
For sure. Yep, horns down. Start it now.
That's right,
But
Joe.
good stuff, man.
All
I'll
right,
s-
buddy.
I'll see you next time.
I'll catch you soon, man.
Yep, peace.
There he goes. Producer Joe. Thanks for joining us, man. Horns down. Gosh, I'm so excited for that game 1. Week 1, just coming out the gates hot against Texas. What's up, chat? See a couple new guys in there. What's up, Dylan? Lions, they got Tyleek. If you're a big Lions fan, definitely excited for Tyleek Williams to go up there and play. You got a good one in him. Who else is in there? Hamza. What's up, Hamza? Will Howard, baby. You a Steelers fan? Steelers crushed it. As always, they usually do. Wish the Brownies could draft like them. Mike Tomlin got him some good players, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see how Will does. I'm just a huge Will Howard fan and Jack. I love all these guys. Every single Buckeye. I mean, I'm just a big Buckeye homer. My bias shows greatly. But let's continue with the show here. I'm going to send the invite out to the legend Benny Spangs. We'll get him in here and we'll recap the whole draft. It's definitely been a hot topic here. So many great picks. Tied the record with 14, like I've said a couple times here. If Seth McLaughlin would have gone, I mean, are you kidding me? The Remington Award winner? I know he hurt his Achilles. That's a bad injury, but the guy won the Remington Award, best center in the country. Like, there was a guy that got drafted in the 7th round that's played like 50 snaps of college football. He was like a basketball player. I forget what school, but I mean, there were guys going off the board that was like, how are you drafting these guys over Seth McLaughlin? And that's all we needed to tie the all-time record with Georgia. Here he is, the legend, Benny Spangs.
Hey,
What's happening,
what's going
brother?
on, buddy?
Nothing, man. Hanging out on Wednesday.
Hanging out on a Wednesday. Heard
Throw
you
the
were a
whole
little
week
busy
off.
last night.
Oh man, we were getting in trouble down there, me and Maine. It was so fun, weren't we, Urban? It was
Good for
awesome,
you.
man.
See any players?
I did not see any players. I was waiting to see like,
Really?
a big entourage or something and maybe see some players, but nah, just a bunch of students, man, just having a good old time. It was
Jeremiah
awesome.
Smith was just hanging out at home, huh?
Jeremiah's just posted up right at Ugly Tuna
Probably not
Saloon.
even 21 yet. Good God.
You're right. Yeah, no, he's not a senior anyway. But yeah, I actually thought, might,
Jesus.
might see a couple guys from the team, couple seniors, Emeka Ibuka out there, somebody.
Yeah.
No, it would have been awesome. But no, it was still a great time, man. You got your fast
Oh,
food
I'm
list
sure.
ready for the end of your segment here? You excited about
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
It's a great idea.
Absolutely.
Great idea you had there tonight.
Yeah, just got lucky.
That's right, man. Well, we can get into the draft stuff, man. I mean, we can break down it player by player if you
Yeah.
want to. Where you want to start, Benny?
Doesn't matter. I heard you guys touch on a couple people already. I mean, watching Jack and Will go over to Pittsburgh as a Cleveland Browns fan was awfully hurtful. but to be expected. I mean,
We
you know,
we
been
literally
around long
call
enough to know that Cleveland's never going to do anything right, especially with Jimmy Haslam as the owner. So just whatever is common sense, throw it out the window. But I don't know what's going to happen there. I assume Aaron Rodgers is going to go there.
right.
He's even if he isn't going to take Will under his wing, he can still sit there, learn. I don't see why that guy wouldn't give a shot. I mean, Mason Rudolph has got multiple chances there. Mitch Trubisky had chances there. Will Howard is
Right.
better than both those guys, and Mason
Exactly.
Rudolph is currently their like penciled in starter.
And that doesn't make any sense. So they have to get Rodgers. I mean, they
No.
almost it's almost a certainty, right?
Yeah, I kind of feel like they already have something worked out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't. They're too smart of an organization to not have something already worked out before the draft.
Damn
You
it.
know,
You're right.
Mike Tomlin's never had a losing season. He's not going to have one this year. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
Yeah, they have a plan.
And Jack Sawyer just seems like a Steeler, doesn't he?
Totally.
Hardworking, lunch pail toting,
Yep.
whoop your ass kind of guy.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah, and Will, I mean, I think he's closer to Philadelphia, but he's still not far from home there. So great place for him to go. I mean, Jack's a Columbus
Yeah.
boy. He's not Pittsburgh's.
Yeah.
Just a hop and a skip over there. So really happy for those guys and pissed at the
Yeah.
same time because I'm a Browns fan like you.
Yeah. Happy and pissed, not at them, at the Browns. Just direct all your anger towards the Northeast Ohio. Just follow 71 and take that anger lane straight north.
Oh, buddy, I'm telling you. Well, I mean, our first pick off the board, Emeka Egbuka. I thought he landed
Oh,
in a great spot. We didn't really
great
talk
spot.
Tampa Bay, but with the way Godwin's been with some of the injuries, I mean, you got to think. I mean, Egbuka might be.
It's not even that. Yeah, Godwin's coming off the dislocated ankle. He obviously is fine because they just signed him to a 3-year extension this offseason. So if he
Okay.
wasn't, they wouldn't have done that deal. But Big Mike can only keep it up for so long. I mean, he's got 10,000 yard seasons in a row. That's a
Mhm.
first ballot Hall of Famer. And Ekbuka is, I don't know what more there is to teach that guy, but he's going to get to learn everything from those two absolute professionals. And
Mhm.
that's what Tampa Bay loves is somebody that's a professional before they are a professional. And that's what Egbuka is.
Yeah,
He's,
solid
yeah. It, and if one of those guys gets hurt,
plug and play.
starter all day. Yeah. But draft him in your fantasy league, take him late, thank us later. You're welcome. He's going to kill it.
Yep, ready to go. Well, move on down. My Vikings, buddy. I mean, they're my secondary team. You got to have a second team if you're Browns fan. Number one. I always
That
love the
is true.
Vikings since the days of Chris Carter and Randy Moss.
That is
They're
true.
they're one of my favorites. So they got Donnie Jack,
Yeah.
man, which I mean he's a stud. Donovan
Donovan.
Jackson, he can play any
Yeah,
position on the
10-year
line.
starter at left guard. They're going to get Christian Darrisaw back at left tackle. They stole Ryan Kelly and Will Fries, center and right guard from Indianapolis.
Yeah,
They have a right tackle, Brian O'Neill. Years ago, I wanted the Browns to take. They might have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Donovan went to a great place. A great place. He's going to be there for a decade. Another Hall of Famer. Put it in. Put it in Sharpie. Write it in.
Donovan Jackson. Make his
It's
jacket and his
absurd.
bust right now.
Get him a gold jacket.
Gold jacket, green jacket.
It's
Browns can't get
absurd,
one.
man. No, I
Well,
thought all these guys were good fits. Tyleek, another great fit.
there
And
you
that's
go.
kind of the problem though with some of these guys is he's gonna have to play with one of those Michigan bastards.
Yeah.
But it's gonna make them both better because Tyleek is good, really good against the run. Also has a wide variety of pass rush moves. Gonna work well interior pressure, aiding
Mhm.
on the outside. Great spot for him. And all these teams, I mean, Pittsburgh, they're always gonna have a winning record. Donovan with Minnesota,
Yeah.
probably going to be a contender in the NFC. Detroit, obviously going to be a contender. Tampa Bay with Egbuka going to be a contender. So it's nice to see these guys actually going to teams that are going to win.
Yeah.
And they're going to be able to help do that because that's all they've done since they stepped foot on campus here in Columbus is win.
It's true. Yep. Winning cultures. They went, yeah, most of our guys all went to great teams. Except Quinshawn. He may have a little bit of a time, but we'll be
Oh
rooting
no,
for him.
that's the Cleveland Hammer, baby. That's the Cleveland Hammer. He's bringing them from 2 wins up to 6.
Hey, I know he's not a Buckeye, but have you heard that there's been talks that he may be able to come back here?
Yeah, I think he's going to sign somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah, go sign somewhere else. Don't come back here, Nick. Don't do it to yourself. You're just getting healthy again off of your second atrocious knee injury. He had
Love him
one when
though.
he was either in high school or at Georgia. Go somewhere and at least win something, man. That's how I felt about Miles. Get out of here. Let him go.
Oh,
Let
we
a
can't
guy
be
go
like that
win.
though. I wanted Miles to
Let a
stay
guy
so
go
bad.
win. And look at the roster Cleveland has. It's garbage. There's holes all
Ah,
over. This is a 3-year project.
yeah,
You're not getting a Jaden
I know.
Daniels that's going
We're
to come in here and turn the whole thing around. No, you're just shoveling shit. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, we're digging out of the hole,
That's
man. It's
no,
it's tough right
no.
now. The
Let Nick
Watson
go somewhere else.
the Watson trade just set us back so far, man. But anyway,
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy.
we'll keep working down the list. Who got drafted after Tyleek?
Let's see. So
I
we
think
had
JT. JT.
Puka. Yeah, JTT, Indy. God, he's about the only pass rusher they have. They have big old DeForest Buckner on the inside, but on the outside, they don't really have anybody. I think still have that guy, Quiddy Pay, but he hasn't turned out. He was a first rounder. JTT could go there and make himself some money, make a name for himself. I think guys in Indy will love him. Hey, he's not that far from here. Hey, you want to go watch him? 2.5 hour drive.
Right. Had a short drive over there. Good for JT,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man. Have
Re-
at it.
I thought he was an underrated guy in this draft. His variety of pass rush moves and his just ability to get in the
Yeah,
backfield had tons of TFLs. The guy's a
I
monster.
know.
Absolute
And
monster.
I mentioned it a couple weeks ago, and I hate, it sucks just because, as fans, we fall in love with a guy. You see Jack make that huge play, but then, you get to looking at things, you realize, yeah, he's probably more a fourth round pick, and all of us fans are like, there's no way. Jack Sawyer, fourth round pick? Draft him at 2 overall, Cleveland. But unfortunately, he fell to the fourth. JTT goes second. Either way, I think they're both going to be successful, man. I'm really going to look forward to watching them both on Sundays.
Yeah, me too. Hey, shout out to Jalen there in the chat. And Jalen, yeah, we're not even going to be talking about the big topic that everybody else has
Yeah,
been
Derek
talking about.
Harmon, man.
Oh no, yeah,
That
Harmon.
sucked.
Yeah, we can touch on that. That is, it's
Yeah,
terrible,
that
man. Yeah,
sucked, man.
but
I saw that. That's rough. Good player, man. Good
I'm
player. I think he was at Tennessee and then transferred to Oregon. He also seems like a Steeler. He seems like a Cam Hayward replacement. Is what he looks like.
Jalen, maybe you can help inform us, or Ben, if you know, did it come out of the blue, his mom passing, or was it
No,
sick?
no, he actually went to the hospital where she was to let her know that he had
Oh,
been drafted, and I think she passed away shortly after he
well,
gave her the news.
all right.
Kind of
It's
like one of those stories where she's just hanging on as long as she can, and then yeah, it kind of sucks, man.
oh,
But
it's terrible,
at least you
but
got to go out on a high note, I
that's what I'm
guess.
saying. I mean, she went out with
Yeah,
the knowledge that her son just made it to the National Football League.
made it,
Okay. See, I was
made it.
hoping, honestly, that it wasn't just a tragic accident. I mean,
No,
but
no,
that is a tough story there, Jalen. Who's your team, Jalen? Who are you rooting for there? Are you what team? Oh yeah, the Steelers, of course. If you're a Steelers fan, then good for you. I bet Harmon's going to be a beast
yeah.
for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sergio. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to your favorite team there in the chat, and you can talk about the NFL draft, talk about the picks that you guys got. Who went after
Yeah.
JT, Benny? Who was the next guy off the board? Might have been
Oh, next guy off the
it was our
board.
running backs. It
Gosh.
was
Yeah,
Travion
well, it was
Crenshaw.
Q. Yeah, Travion went before JTT did. I mean, Travion went, I think, 2 picks after Q did in New
Oh
England,
yeah, we flipped
which I
that
think
up.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
Drake May and Trey power duo, baby. New England getting it back.
Man.
Got Kyle Williams, Will Campbell, offense stepping it up. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And he'll have Ramondre Stevenson there, so let him hammer stuff out a bit, and Trey can play third downs, pass protection, and then work his way into that first down work. And I think, maybe by week 7, 8, it's going to be like 65-35. Travion, Ramondre. Ramondre's been in the league for a while, too. His leg's got a lot of use.
Absolutely. Yeah, Trey landed in a perfect spot, man. Like you said, Ramondre will have the bulk there, and Trey can just learn and come in on third
Yeah.
downs. I mean, he'll come in whenever they need him to, and we know what kind of player he is, and very smart
Mm-hmm.
and coachable. He'll fit right in there in the Patriot way. And we talked about Q. We kind of already know what he's
Yeah.
up against. Do we have any other running backs besides Jerome Ford and Q?
No, because I think they let Naheem Hines go. They may have brought him back on like a vet min contract, but yeah, other than that, I think it's just Q, Dylan Sampson, and Jerome Ford. That's it,
Okay.
buddy.
Well,
Living the
work
dream.
work to be done there in Cleveland. Well, who else was the
Yeah, a
next
lot
then
of
after
work.
JT? Probably Cody Simon. I think that here comes all the Arizona
Yeah,
Bucks now.
yeah. Cody Simon and Denzel Burke both going there. And
Love
if
to
there's
see it.
any Bengals fans, they know. I think the guy ahead of Cody is Akeem Davis Gather. Used to be a Cincinnati Bengal. I think he only started like 1 year, like last year out of 5 years that he was there. Nothing special. Wouldn't be surprised if Cody takes over. Denzel, though, going to be competing with Will Johnson.
Yeah. Yeah, they took a couple corners there, a Buckeye and a
Yeah.
Wolverine. It's kind of crazy. Urban does not like
Mm-hmm.
that. No, the competition's actually pretty
Come on,
awesome.
Herbs.
There's nothing wrong with some
Yeah.
competition there.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and Will Johnson's pretty solid. I always thought he was good.
Yeah, you got a bummed up knee. I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Sure.
that's what caused him to fall. Before he was a surefire top 15, and then news came out about his knee and fell the second round. Kind of surprising, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Sure.
I mean, never count out a Buckeye.
We'll count out the Wolverines though.
Stomp him out.
We gotta
Stomp him out.
we gotta get the win this year. It's ridiculous, man. I saw there was one guy on High Street, just to segue off for a second here. One guy
Oh
running
God.
down High Street in a Michigan shirt, and he had a cameraman with him. I think he was one of these content creators that just tries to get a rise out of people. He was just running
I'm sure it
around,
worked
talking
during a bar
smack.
crawl, and you're running down High Street in a
Right. He was trying to
shitty
get
looking maize and blue jersey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Trying to get reactions out of people. And as I called him, I'm like, get over here, buddy. So I talked to him for a second, and he was just kind of a crazy dude. But I
Did
mean,
you get him on camera?
yeah, I did. It just sucks because there's not a whole lot you can really say right now. I mean, I can talk
Yeah.
about us winning the Natty, but what am I going to say? They've got us 4 years in a row. It kind of sucks. It sucks a lot.
No, yeah, but I mean, since 2000, we have some absurd record against them. They
Oh
didn't
yeah,
even want to play in the COVID year. Okay, yeah. So what are we gonna look at? Last couple of years. Okay, so they cheated. They stole signs. It's known that they cheated. It's the only way they've won. You look at the overall record. We've got them beat 70-30. I mean, we win 70% of the time over the last 25 years. They just want to talk about the last couple of years. Congratulations, you get something to hang your hat on. Because other than that, last year you got nothing. And you got Bryce Underwood. Whoop-de-doo. $10.5 million for that turd.
yeah. They
He had
talk crap.
99 yards in a spring game, going 11 for 25. And then a reverse flea flicker gets him
80
88
yards.
yards. So then he goes, 12 of 26 for 187 yards. I
Yeah.
hope that's worth $10.5 million.
I know. It's
Whatever.
also funny. They talk about, our $20 million we spent, which most of that money was just to retain our seniors and other players. But then they dropped 10
Yeah.
million on a freshman quarterback.
Oregon spent more. Oregon spent
Texas
23
spent more,
million.
you know.
Yeah,
It
nobody
it's
talks
all
about it. Speaking of Texas, Texas is about to spend 35 to $40 million on the roster this year.
there's no cap. I could
Yes.
see us still going. I'm not saying that the Buckeyes don't spend a lot. It's just that there's other teams that spend just as much. And
No,
that's
that's
crazy.
fine. And spend as much as you want, but I better hear this season every broadcast like I had to hear on Big Noon Kickoff or College Game Day. Ohio State has the most expensive roster in college football. No, actually, we were third. Thank you. But I better hear Texas spending $35-40 million every damn day of the week because that's how it was this year with the Buckeyes. And you know what? Worked out, so I don't care. Spend $100 million
Right.
on the roster if that's what it takes.
Yep.
Bring that
Drop like
title home.
cash.
Keep it home, baby. Keep it home.
I
Just
wonder.
don't drop the base of it. Don't drop the base of that title.
Don't JD Vance it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was funny, man. He said he broke it so that nobody else could have it. Oh, who was
Okay.
next, Benny? Who was next there after them boys there?
Probably got Ty Hamilton to the Rams. I like
Yeah,
that. They know
that.
how to draft defensive linemen. I mean, they crushed it last year with
Mhm.
Braden Fisk and Jared Verse. It was the defensive rookie of the year. So yeah, adding Ty Hamilton to that mix is absurd. I really like where a lot of these guys fell. Man, a lot of these guys fell to good programs.
Mhm.
So I don't think it will be that long before we see some of these guys in AFC, NFC championships, Super Bowls. I mean, we're just gonna continue the Buckeye run, man.
That's
You
it.
get 14 players drafted and have the number one priority undrafted free agent Seth McLaughlin.
Right.
What are you gonna do?
And I keep singing
Just win,
Fryer's
baby.
praises.
Just win, baby. That's what you're gonna
Josh
do.
Fryer too, unsigned, and he went to Arizona as well. I love Josh Fryer. So they got 3 Buckeyes
Yeah.
out there.
Hey. Well, pairs back up with Paris Johnson.
Right.
And they
Yeah.
got a couple old guys in front of them. They got Jonah Williams and Kelvin Beachum. So,
Telling
I
you.
mean, it's not outlandish to think that Fryer might start a game or two this year. But we'll see. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
I think he's got great potential, man. He's a super hard worker and just does nothing but what you ask him to do. Josh Fryer is solid as they come. They got a great guy there.
I know you're a huge fan.
I'm a huge Fryer fan. Absolutely.
I know you are.
Hey, well, let's get our other unsigned guy out of the way there. G. Scott, another guy I absolutely love. And he got to join up his buddy Trey there in New England. It's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. He's at best like fifth string.
Okay, they've got some tight ends already. It's going to be tough to
Oh
make the
yeah.
roster, maybe. Think he might hang around on
Yeah,
the
real
practice
tough to make the
team.
roster.
Okay.
Real tough. He may slide to their practice squad, or maybe somebody else picks him up if he does well, in like a preseason game. But
Hmm.
yeah, I don't see much being made of old Scott Jr.
Well, we wish him luck. He's another guy too who just works his ass off. So,
Yeah.
he changed from receivers and down to tight end. A lot of people wrote him off. Kind of, he never left. He stuck with the program, and he made huge impacts. Remember the first play of the Texas game, or was the national championship? I can't. Maybe the national. I think it was the first play. Maybe the first play of the Oregon game. First play of the Rose Bowl. We hit G on just a huge route.
Oh, little crosser.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm thinking of Jelani Thurman where he bumbled it and then barely caught
That
it
was
and
a great
then got
catch.
us the first down on fourth down. Thank
Right.
goodness. Tight end room's gonna be stacked again this year.
Yeah, I was just
I
talking
think the
about
only
that
one we
in the
didn't talk about
beginning.
was Hancock.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Hancock. Went to the
Yeah,
Bills.
Hancock's going to Carolina, man. Got back up a safety they just signed.
Hold on a second.
Came out of the Raiders from TCU.
Hancock went to the Bills, right? Ransom went
Oh,
to
did he go to the
Carolina.
Bills?
Yeah, Hancock went to
Oh, he
Buffalo.
did go. Yes, Ransom
Gotcha,
went to
Ben.
Carolina. Yeah, yes, because Hancock should be starting. He's behind Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin, we all know that story.
Oh yeah, crazy comeback story there. But is he good to go this year? Or you think Hancock give him a run?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Damar only played like a handful of games last year. The guy was dead on the field. I think they only brought him back as kind of like a hey, hurrah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't die.
Yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, I know. I don't know how much he'll be able to get in. I really like Hancock. Super physical. Great ball skills. Guy made a bunch of picks. He was
Yeah.
just an underrated safety for us. He was great. We've talked about him before. He kind of came in a nickel. Downs and Ransom were the starters, but Hancock was on the field a lot.
Yeah, I think he'll do well. Even if he doesn't get safety, he can get in there and nickel. I think he's going to
Hmm.
force his way onto the field because DeMar is probably a special teamer at best. I mean, he didn't really play that much. They got rid of their safeties last year. DeMar still didn't play that much. So Jordan Hancock probably has a real easy way to playing time.
Love it.
Same way with Ransom down in Carolina.
There you go. There's our
They
last
don't have
guy.
much there either. Yeah, they've got like one nickel back. They don't even have a backup. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Ransom out there, kind of like he was here, early on where he would just kind of bounce around, play wherever. Talent's going to get on the field, man. Both those guys are going to be out there. I really don't see a way where all these guys that we've talked about at some point are not starting this season.
It's kind of
It's
insane.
absurd.
Yeah, like you said, even these guys going later in the rounds, they've all got opportunities
Yeah.
to probably be starters in the league. I mean, you were rehashing some teams from the past, looking at how many guys actually ended up with like longer careers in the NFL. This has got to be one of the most solid classes. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, we put 14 in and 3 unsigned free agents, but these guys, yeah, I think 10 years from now, we're still going to be looking at a 7 or 8 of them still playing.
Yeah. I wouldn't be
Least.
surprised. Even if they're not impact starters, guys that will at least stick around.
Exactly, man. Man, what a draft, Benny.
I know.
That was a great
14
recap,
picks
man.
and 3 undrafted free agents. I mean, a hell of a year. Next year will be interesting. I'm kind of excited to see how high Downs goes next year.
Could be
Top
top
5?
top 5 for sure. We'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see how his year goes. If he stays healthy and just puts in a solid year like he did this year, he'll be a top 5 guy.
Let's get him some offensive snaps, huh?
Why not? Let him return some
Why
kicks.
not? A little 9 toss out there, a little 28 sweep. Who cares?
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
that athlete on the field.
I mean, we have been talking about punt returner, kick returner. Obviously, Downs had that amazing
Yeah.
punt return this year for the
Yeah,
touchdown.
and they didn't get that kid from BYU, Keelan Marion. He went to University of Miami. So somebody's going to have to return him. I know Ennis did for a while, so did Downs.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. Somebody's going to have to.
Love it. Hey, love it, Brett.
Even
Go
Cavs.
Cavs, baby. Let them know.
Yep.
Let them
Love
know,
it.
Brett.
Love it.
Second round. Here we go.
Yeah, smoke the Pacers.
Let's beat these Pacers. Man, the Cavs are rolling. You love to
How
see
the
it.
turd.
Absolutely love to see it. Well, Benny, what do
Me
you
too.
think, man? You want to wrap up your top 3 fast food joints?
Yeah. Let's see. So number 3, I'm going to go old school. I don't even know how many of them are around anymore.
Okay.
Long John Silver's.
Woo! There's still
Who
a couple
doesn't love a
around.
good hush puppy?
Oh, no, that's a great one. I like their chicken too, and their fish. It's
Yeah,
all good.
their chicken is very good. I
Yeah,
know you and Joey talked about chicken places, but I think Long John Silver's has better chicken than some chicken places.
they really do. It's
Plus,
so good. The
yeah, plus
vinegar.
you get one of those boxes and you get like all those little fried crispies in there with it. Oh, cholesterol through the roof,
Mm,
flavor through the roof,
mm, mm, mm.
absolute deliciousness. Number 2, I'm gonna go Taco Bell because
Okay.
why wouldn't you have Taco Bell on your top 3 favorite
Thank you.
fast food places?
I was
How
almost
could
gonna
you not?
have to put them on mine if they didn't get mentioned.
Yeah. I mean, with all the deals they've had lately, they're $5, $7, $9 boxes. You know,
Yeah.
the chicken quesadilla.
Mm-hmm.
They brought back the Mexamel. Dude,
Nice.
Taco Bell, baby.
Little
And
known Taco Bell item that I like. It's on the value menu. It's $2.19. They just call it a stacker. $2.19. It's called a
oh,
stacker. It's just
yes,
the ham. It's just the meat and the cheese, hamburger meat and cheese in like a
very good.
quesadilla
It's
wrap,
basically a quesadilla. They just folded on
folded
top of
up.
one another.
But it's good amount of food for the money. It's pretty good.
Very good. Good choice. Their Fiesta
Like,
potatoes are also underrated.
who could forget those?
Hey, you don't get to be this size without down quite a few tons of Fiesta potatoes.
Party potatoes, baby.
Meat and taters. Love it.
What do you got at one?
Number 1, I'm going Steak and Shake.
Love it. That
Crisco
classifies.
melt.
They have a drive-through. I mean, you
They
got
have a
waiters and
drive-through.
waitresses, but they do have a drive-through. It is
They have a
fast.
drive-through. I almost went DQ, but I decided to go Steak and Shake instead. Better burgers, that Frisco melt, 9,000 different kinds of shakes. Plus, you get the little cheese cup to dip your fries in.
Those fries are
Actually,
too
and you know
skinny
what?
for me, though. Too skinny of
The one
fries.
at Polaris doesn't even have waiters or waitresses anymore. You walk in, they have an order board. Beep, boop, beep. Boom. Food.
They just
Done.
did away with it.
Yeah, we're at the Jetsons time, man.
And then they just bring your food out to you at the table, or
Yep.
all
Yeah.
right. Do you
That's why
still
you just go
tip?
through the drive-through.
You get away with no
Delicious.
tip now? All right.
Trying to save everybody a little bit of money.
It's just hard keeping employees in these places. So yeah, I guess I get it. Hey,
Yeah,
steak
I
and shake.
know.
No, Frisco melt. I'm very partial to a Frisco melt,
Oh,
baby.
Frisco melt, the cheese fries, and back in the day, I used to go there with Joey late night. You know, after we get done, what have you, down on campus or around Polaris. And about 3 a.m. we stroll in there, and I would get what used to be. They might still have it. It was called the 7 and 7. 7 patties, 7 slices of cheese on a bun, Frisco sauce, and
Yes.
fries with cheese.
7 patty
Awesome.
burger. No, I remember getting them with you. That's those were insane. I used to squish it down and drain all the
Yeah,
grease into like
yeah,
a
it was
cup.
like
And
this tall. Yeah, that was awesome. I hope they still have it. It was
that's
the best deal
amazing, man.
around.
I love it, buddy. Well,
Great place.
it's a
But
great
if you get
list.
it through the drive-through, they actually put the patties and cheese in one to-go container, and then the bun in the another to-go container.
And you have to build it yourself.
You have to build it. Yeah. Hey, Bob the Builder, that Steak and Shake burger, baby.
That's great,
Well
man.
worth it.
Shoot. Well, we should have a few things to talk about here in the future. I mean, summer practices will start. There'll be a few more
Yeah.
portal moves, to happen.
Portal moves. Yeah. Find out who our quarterback is. Let's see who starting running backs are, at least who's going to be in the rotation. Kind of figure out where Bo Atkinson is going to play. Who's he going to be starting over? I saw Kenyatta was pretty happy that he signed, and I like it too. I mean, why not? Look at what it did for Travion and Quinchon. Having both those guys, share the backfield, got them both drafted in the top 40 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Competition never hurts. It only helps.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's great to have that depth on the D line.
Yeah.
See what shakes out, man.
Didn't lose a single scholarship player to the portal, baby. Brotherhood.
It's so strong. It's
Mhm.
absurd, man. It's absolutely nuts.
Absurd.
Can't believe it.
I love it, dude. I can't wait to see these guys play this fall. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh man, me
It's gonna
too.
be awesome.
I think we can
Yeah,
run
we'll
it
have a lot
back,
to
man.
talk about.
For sure. All right, buddy. Well,
All right.
thanks for joining us. Great breaking down the draft. Great knowledge as always, Benny.
Appreciate it. Yeah. You too, man. Appreciate it.
Great
Thanks
stuff.
everybody watching. Go Cavs. Let's go. Beat the Pacers, baby. Bring it home just like the Buckeyes did. Let's get 2 in-state titles this year, huh? Why not? Why not?
And then the Browns Super
Bring 'em
Bowl.
home. I
All
mean,
right.
let's two titles this year. Let's just let's not go crazy.
All right. There he goes, folks. It's the legend, Benny Spangs.
Good evening, everybody. Appreciate it.
See you, Benny. That was great. Man, he's so knowledgeable about all these teams and knowing about all the landing spots for all these Buckeyes. I'm so excited for the NFL season too, just to keep an eye on all these Bucks and see how their seasons go. It's going to be great. Let's see. Well, we got Mystery Buckeye here to wrap up, and I got my top 3 list. I'll lay my top 3 on you here. My top 3, real quick, fast food places. What do we got, Urban? I got a couple honorable mentions. I had Popeyes and Taco Bell as my honorable mentions. It's just too tough to name 3, right? We talked about Taco Bell. Number 3 for mine though is my first job, first paying gig, Arby's. We got the meats. We have the meats. They got it all. The market fresh sandwiches. You kidding me? So good. Arby's is just a mainstay for me. Close to my heart. That roast beef. I'd never tried horseradish until I worked at Arby's. Had a roast beef sandwich, and somebody's like, "You ever tried that horsey sauce?" I'm like, "No." Let me try some of that. First bite, just kind of started eyes watering a little bit. Horseradish and roast beef. So good. Number 2, my list is a lot like producer Joe's. Number 2, I got Cane's. Love some Cane's chicken fingers. Like I said, just had it last night. Me and Maine ducked in there at 11th and High Street. Got a couple box combos when it started raining. Had to find some shelter. Shout out to Cane's. And number 1, they'll always be near and dear to my heart. Started right here in Ohio. The legend Dave Thomas, Wendy's, baby. Fresh, never frozen. Gotta love Wendy's. And that app, let me let you know, if you guys don't have the Wendy's app, you're missing out. First of all, you get tons of rewards. Second of all, the deals are insane. Crazy deals all the time on the app. You can always just add something on there. It's absolutely amazing. So Wendy's always top of my list. The fries are really good. I mean, it's just as solid as they come. The 4 for 4, still solid deal. You get a small little burger, but you still get a drink in there, some nuggets, some fries, $4. You can't beat it. So yeah, Arby's, Cane's, and Wendy's for me. Mystery Buckeye. Wrap it up. If you haven't taken a guess at that, let me check the chat. Some of you guys might not have heard the clues, so I'll read them to you real quick. And if you got a guess, throw it in there. Clues: drafted 5th overall, played for Green Bay, the Bengals, and the Falcons. He won an NCAA championship and a Super Bowl, and he's the current co-host of an ESPN show, also on YouTube. So it's not that hard if you think about it. Co-hosts an ESPN show, drafted 5th overall, played linebacker. He's from Centerville, Ohio. Any late guesses? I know Ben and Joe already guessed it. It's AJ Hawk. Buckeye legend AJ Hawk's our mystery Buckeye this week. Shout out to him and Pat McAfee doing it big. But that's about it. Shout out to the sponsors one more time: Buckeye Wine and Spirits, Plaza Mexican Grill, Playa Bowls, and Mikey's Late Night Slice. Thanks for making this all possible, guys. I got tons of prizes I'm stockpiling for the next time I go out and doing Buckeye trivia. Tons of shirts. I even got Buckeye blanket. I got a Brutus pillow. I got some playing cards. I'm going to get a whole bunch of Buckeye leaf stickers. Those were kind of a hit, Buckeye leaves. So can't wait for the next round of Buckeye trivia. Probably catch me sometime in Columbus on High Street sometime this summer. I'll be down there and definitely be down there for the Texas game. So thanks for joining us on a Wednesday. Shout out to everybody new in the chat there. Good talking with you. Jalen, Brett, all you guys. Ohio Edits, Road to 1K. Thanks for hanging out with us on Wednesday, guys. Go Bucks. We'll catch you next time.